breed, global truth. Conspiracy? Oh, okay. So now you're gonna look at me like I need a tinfoil hat on. As if they don't got V2K, MK Ultra, two-way radio frequency satellites, cameras everywhere, OnStar, smart devices. You tell me. Artificial intelligence wanna shadow us. All for the clamor and views, they playing sour. It's a game. The wine of Babylon got them shorties power drunk. In the Oculus, training like a school shooter. Got the Neuralink moving through they fried medullas. Circus Cross, Johnny Five, are they even alive? They created Frankenstein, let the blind lead the blind. It's the MRA, magnetic fields, radio waves. Now it's flowing through their veins, through the eye of a needle. Precursor to the mark of the beast. Why can't they see it? Broad path to destruction, my Lord. I pray you free us. They be watching when we speaking the truth. But non-believers, no control, but they thinking they God. They so conceited. My Lord, that's my rock and my fortress, so I ain't grieving as the time draws nearer. Gotta see this much clearer. Constantly checking the man that's in the mirror. If you still see your soul, just know that the world fears you. Born to be resilient, these bots can never kill you. We the glitch in the matrix, parallel in spaces. I've been running to my goals like I'm rocking some H6. This a makeshift alternative X reality. Deep fake setting the stage for more casualties. Neuralizers that really erase memories. Cloning labs where they harvest the soul energy. Backmasking, all they producers is doing sorcery. Force the Lord's hand, the Lord, and put a voice in me. Lift it like a trumpet and force the damn world to see the signs of the time. You calling it a conspiracy. So we gonna act like after the river Euphrates dried up, all hell ain't start breaking loose. We gonna act like after people got the slice, they ain't start collapsing and getting blood clots. They got all this biometrics, pseudoscience, CERN, conspiracy. Ha!
It has begun.
What's going on, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. Shout out to all my cool nerds out there. Y'all know we about to have a master class on a collegiate level, right? Oh, yeah. We're going to have a deep dive, y'all. I see you brothers and sisters rolling in. Young Gene's in the building. Cynthia's in the house. Hayes, what's going on? Casper, what's going on? From Failure to Fighter. Bama Boys in here. Yes, I see y'all. I see y'all. Black Madonna's in the house. T. Lee. As y'all enter the broadcast, make sure you pound the like button on your way in. This subject matter right here is very pivotal. We're talking about Project Stargate. Now, in case you've been living under a rock, Donald Trump has teamed up with Oracle, and, he's decided to use $500 billion to go towards artificial intelligence. And they're calling this thing Project Stargate. And we got to get into some of the details and semantics regarding this project. And I'm going to also give you the biblical rundown on what's taking place. And we're going to go into scriptures. We're going to really get into it. And if you like that song right there, it's called Conspiracy. It's from myself. You can find it on New Breed Universal ENT. And soon all of my songs will be available on every single platform. All right. I'm going to release a certain amount of songs per week on every platform. And then from that point, I'll just be making playlists. I have been working on an album, But I'm over here debating whether or not I just want to do playlists and just drop songs as the spirit moves, as I feel led to release certain songs. Because I may have 20 songs sitting in the tuck right now, but something will happen and those songs that's already recorded, they need to come out because it's for the time. It's like some of the songs are just straight up prophetic. They're just prophetic. And so, you know, I'm just moving with the spirit on that. But if y'all like the song, y'all like the music, go to New Breed Universal ENT and go over there and hit the subscribe button, right? If you follow this platform over here, go follow that one too, because I have live streams over there. I have my music and just exclusive videos as well, right? Yeah, I'm seeing people say do those playlists. Yes, yes indeed. But we got to get into this, brothers and sisters. Let me move up some. This is that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. And this is right up my alley, y'all. Now, first and foremost, let's go to Donald Trump. Let's go to Donald Trump first.
Welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And together, these world leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate.
What if I told you?
So they're launching Stargate. Now, first and foremost, what is a Stargate? One may ask. What is a Stargate? What is it? Some of you all have heard the term, but you don't quite understand what it is. So I'm going to give you a definition. Now, a Stargate is a hypothetical device consisting of a traversable portal, typically a wormhole that can send one to another location light years away nearly instantaneously. Now, the interesting thing about this hypothetical, or what they would label science fictional term that they're using, is actually real. It's actually real. CERN in Switzerland, that is an actual Stargate, a portal. Now, the truth is stranger than fiction. They don't want you to believe that this is real, but it is real. Now, there was a show that came out when I was just a youngin', right? And it was called Stargate. If you look at the thumbnail of this particular stream, you see the cover art. It looked just like that, except it had a cast, right? A different cast, not Donald Trump, Elon, and all, and a Tesla robot. Nonetheless, this show is rather interesting, and we're gonna go into this Stargate project. But this show is rather interesting. I'm just gonna read the synopsis on the show very briefly. The plot is in 1928 in Giza, Egypt. Archaeologist Professor Paul Lockford. Hold on. Let me catch. This thing is tweaking a little bit. Okay, here we go. And let's go. It says archaeologist Professor Paul, accompanied by his daughter Catherine, unearthed covered stones called pyramidiums and capstones engraved with Egyptian hieroglyphs. Beneath, he discovers a large metallic ring of an unknown purpose. In 1994, the now elderly Kaplan invites Egyptologist and linguistic Daniel Jackson, Ph., to translate the hieroglyphs. The stones locate underground at a military installation in Colorado. So what ends up happening is they find a wormhole where they're able to communicate with different entities and different forces. So with that being said, the reality of the situation is they're really doing this. They're really doing this to this day, because the Bible tells us that it's nothing new under the sun. In fact, Elon made it very clear what they're doing in Egypt.
See,
Memphis,
okay.
the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny. Yeah, okay, so I want to talk to you about alignment.
I wish that was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Now, in that interview that I showed you all, Elon Musk is talking about having a major database for artificial intelligence in Memphis, Egypt. And he says that's where the new God will come from. See, brothers and sisters, they've been summoning demons in ancient Egypt. Well, not ancient Egypt, in Egypt, still to this day. They did it in ancient Egypt and they're doing it now. It's still taking place. So what I need you to understand is there's not the new under the sun. This is where they get their technology. And today we're going to go into the book of Enoch a little bit. We're going to break this thing down. And y'all got to understand, this stuff is real. This stuff is real. All right, let's continue.
That a single announcement has just set the stage for one of the most ambitious projects in human history. OpenAI, backed by tech giants like SoftBank, Oracle, and NVIDIA, has launched what they are calling the Stargate project.
Now, I'm going to let it go.
This initiative isn't just big. It's $500 billion big. That's $500 billion invested in creating a centralized AI infrastructure designed to unlock the potential of artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
Now, y'all got to understand what this is going to look like in the future. We're talking about these people having everybody's medical records on file. We're talking about this is going to change transportation. And I'm talking about all facets of transportation, including aviation. When it comes to the trucking industry, it is going to completely change. Transport as we know it will change. Robots are going to become normal in this society. And now we're going to see the conditioning of mankind to put more trust into the artificial intelligence than actual human beings, actual flesh. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they're setting the stage to do. All right, let's continue.
The announcement was made at the White House with President Trump, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, and SoftBank's Masayoshi Son standing shoulder to shoulder. Altman even called it the most important project of this era, while Son described it as the beginning of a golden age. This sets the tone for what OpenAI envisions as not just a technological leap, but a transformation in national security, healthcare, and economic growth. But what is the Stargate project, and why is it being compared to historical milestones like the Manhattan Project and the Apollo program? Let's break it down. At its core, the Stargate project is about infrastructure, AI infrastructure to be exact.
That's smart cities, brothers and sisters. The smart cities are on their way. All right, let's go.
OpenAI is partnering with tech heavyweights like Oracle, NVIDIA, and Microsoft to build cutting-edge computing systems in the United States.
And this is also going to create a whole lot more surveillance. Project Paperclip will be put into place. And for those who are unfamiliar with Project Paperclip is what they will be using to manipulate through the AI. The reason why all of your computer screens are blue lit is because they can actually use these mediums, these monitors, as what we would call projections. That's the best way I can word it, meaning they can actually curve public opinion, choice. They can literally manipulate you during, using their sorcery through these black mediums. And so Project Paperclip is something that's going to be going on, as well as just cameras everywhere, surveillance everywhere. This is the reason why you've seen these drones put in place. And now you're seeing the planes crashing right after the drones disappeared. Those drones was putting the grid in place as well. It's all about surveillance. Anyway, let's continue.
Ultimate goal? To develop AGI, AI that can outperform humans at most economically valuable tasks, and eventually artificial superintelligence which surpasses human capabilities altogether.
Now, what happens to people if artificial intelligence is basically exceeding our capacity, right? Our levels of operation. Look, they know what they're doing is evil. And if anybody is questioning what side Trump is on at this point, you got your answer. Matter of fact, Elon himself told you what they're dealing with when it comes to this artificial intelligence.
And a warning from Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk. It has nothing to do with cars. Instead, Musk warns about artificial intelligence, which he has called more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Musk spoke at a symposium at MIT.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
I take it there will be no HAL 9000 going up to Mars.
HAL 9000 would be easy. It's way more complex than, I mean, it would put HAL 9000 to shame. Yeah. Sounds like a puppy dog.
Of course, referencing Space Odyssey. Following his next question.
So there you have it right there. They're dealing with a demon. They're dealing with a fallen deity. They're dealing with an idol god in Egypt. And they know, look, we're not supposed to understand this, right? We're not supposed to know what they got going on, but the scriptures is letting us know. But what I am going to tell you is it will backfire on them. It will backfire. And they're talking about these entities surpassing human beings. It is an impossibility. Like listen, these people are trying to play God, but they're not understanding the word of God and who he is, right? Matter of fact, let me go into a little scriptures here. Isaiah 13:10 tells us, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Meaning in the Most High's going forth, he can shut everything down. He says he names all the lights, all the stars. He has it all by name. He controls the light and the dark. But man believes because man believes that they can overcome the Most High, supersede the Most High. It's the Tower of Babel all over again. And what got them believing they could do this is demons. It's demonic forces that got man believing that they can exceed the Most High and they can play God. But they're sadly mistaken. They're sadly mistaken. But anyway, let us continue.
But this project isn't just about technological ambition, it's about scale. The first construction site is already underway in Texas, and Altman promises this initiative will create hundreds of thousands of jobs while reindustrializing the US economy. This isn't just a tech story, it's an economic and geopolitical one. And if you're wondering where this $500 billion is coming from, SoftBank is taking the lead as the primary financial backer.
Now, you know what's interesting? This is right in time after they allegedly found a whole lot of money that was being misappropriated in the IRS. So right after a whole lot of money they found was being misappropriated, they all of a sudden have the funds to put towards this initiative. Very interesting. Let's go.
Backer. This massive funding pool also includes resources from OpenAI, Oracle, and MGX, making it one of the largest private investments ever. So, why does this matter? Because if OpenAI succeeds, the Stargate project could redefine what's possible in industries like healthcare, defense, and even climate science. Let's talk impact.
And when it speaks on defense, that's also talking about law enforcement. Law enforcement is about to change considerably. You know, they already have these facilities with those iRobots that are being prepared. They got the robotic dogs. Look, they all got it. This is why a whole lot of money is going to go into police defunding, because they're going to have alternatives. RoboCop is going to be walking the streets. Let's go.
Advocates of the Stargate project believe it has the potential to revolutionize industries and solve some of the world's biggest challenges. Take healthcare, for example. Oracle's Larry Ellison has highlighted how Stargate could lead to breakthroughs in personalized medicine, including mRNA vaccines and cancer treatments. Imagine AI systems capable of predicting pandemics or creating tailored therapies for individual patients. These aren't just dreams, they're practical goals tied to this initiative.
Now, what this means is they're going to want to be intrusive. They're going to want to have some type of database that is actually inside your body so they can read what's going on. They want you hooked into the matrix. They want you to be locked in some type of device that will be implemented where all of your doctor's appointments will be done online. They're gonna be able to see everything that's going on in you, neurologically, what's going on in your blood, what's going on with your blood cells, all of it. This is what they're working towards. This is where this money has went. Now I have to bring these videos. I have to bring this truth out. Why? Because this stuff is really happening in real time right now as we speak. These are the things that's going on. And if we're not aware, we can get caught off guard. Look, they're very patient with trying to place these I would call it these agendas, these devices into people's bodies. They're very strategic. But it's happening. They're doing it slowly but surely, or incrementally through propaganda. Anyway, let's continue.
Beyond healthcare, the project promises to drive economic growth. By building centralized AI infrastructure in the United States, OpenAI aims to spark a new wave of industrialization. The job creation alone is expected to be massive.
Somebody in the chat says, do we get a choice? What will happen if we don't abide? Yes, you absolutely will have a choice. You know, the only way you won't have a choice is you take the ultimatum that the world has to offer. You know, if you following the Holy Spirit, you moving accordingly, you definitely have a choice. When it talks about people receiving the mark of the beast, scripturally, what that's speaking of is all people, meaning all types of people. The way it's worded, it says he will cause all small and great, free and bond. And it starts naming what type of people. It doesn't mean every single person. So when it says all people, and it starts naming different people, free and bond, rich and poor, this, that, and the third. It's not talking about literally every person. So that shows you that you will have a choice. Hopefully that made sense to you. But anyway, let's continue.
Massive, with benefits rippling across multiple sectors. This isn't just about building better AI, it's about using that AI to build a better economy. And let's not forget national security. In a world where technological dominance often translates to geopolitical power, the Stargate project positions the US as a leader in the global AI race. Proponents argue that this kind of centralized investment is essential for maintaining a competitive edge against nations like China. But not everyone is convinced, and that brings us to the other side of the story. For every supporter of the Stargate project, there is a critic questioning its necessity, cost, and direction. One of the most vocal skeptics is none other than Elon Musk. Musk, who co-founded OpenAI but has since parted ways, claims that SoftBank, the primary financial backer, has secured well under $10 billion.
Now, see, this is the interesting part. These people are manipulating. They use Elon Musk to play the devil's advocate all the time. It's like he throws a lot of confusing messages out there. He's speaking very coded. In one breath, Elon would tell you, look, I don't know if we want to play with this AI because we're dealing with demons. But then he'll be the face of the AI and spearhead his Tesla bots, which are AI. So what he does is he's masterful at ideological subversion. He's masterful at that. It's a manipulation tactic they use on the public to weaken the defenses of the people. And we just start accepting certain things, right? Because they have to tell you the truth because of karmatic debt. So they're telling you what they're going to do,
And they're telling you what they're dealing with, but so they don't face the consequences. They believe if they can bring it out there to you, hey, yeah, we going to Egypt, we dealing with demons, we dealing with fallen angels, we summoning this and summoning that, and there's demons involved. If they told you that, they can get away with it because nobody listens, right? They think he's joking. But anyway, let's continue.
Of the $500 billion needed. He's taken to his social platform X to voice his concerns, sparking a heated back and forth with Sam Altman. Funding isn't the only concern. Critics argue that OpenAI's approach is outdated and overly reliant on massive centralized infrastructure.
Now they get into the details and semantics of how the AI will actually work and some of the issues that they may run into. But I got more I want to take y'all to, right? I got more I want to take y'all to because we've been warned about this AI by none other than the creator of the Terminator as well as the Matrix. And she warns in this video, just came out. Creator of the Terminator, Sophia Stewart, warns people about AI takeover. Now, this woman has been enlightened for a long time. She's known the truth for a long time. She's put it out in movies, and she's bringing out a lot. So I want to go here for a second and let's see what she has to say.
For you, this has been great. AI, you mentioned AI. Now, yes, the Terminator was another franchise that is also part of the conversation, and it was about the machines taking over. That's how I looked at it as a movie, a moviegoer. Any warnings about AI?
I'm going to tell you something. As soon as I came out with the Matrix and Terminator, you guys actually became of the sentiments of the AI, what it can do and where it can go in the future. Mm-hmm. You guys are just now at the tip of the iceberg. Mm-hmm. You guys haven't gotten into the ones that is getting ready to oppress and kill you guys. Y'all haven't gotten there yet.
Wow. Wow. She said, look, this is just the beginning. We haven't gotten to the AI that's going to oppress and kill you guys. Sheesh. Now, some people may say, this woman just makes movies. She writes books, brings them to life. Who is she to tell us? Listen, y'all got to understand how much truth is being put out in these movies. You got to understand how real this stuff is. Yeah, somebody said she had her hands in writing Star Wars as well. Look, the movies be telling more truth than the news. Nowadays, there is not even a sci-fi channel anymore. You know why? Because it's the truth. How you going to have a sci-fi channel when the things that would be on the sci-fi channel is actually the truth? So, hey, listen, really take consideration of what she's saying, because I could tell you this right now. The AI is disembodied spirits, it's fallen angels, it's straight up demons. Let's go.
What they're doing now, look on television, look on the internet, look in the computers everywhere. They're just doing AI that acts and look like a living being. Mm-hmm. Over there in the Saudi countries, they got the AI. Her name is Sophia. Look, they named her after me. They didn't name her Andy and Larry Wachowski. They didn't name her Gail Ed Hurd or James Cameron, any of them. They know the truth. You can't insult them. You're not going to bring no lies to these people. They got billions and trillions of dollars. They know what's going on. Look at her. She looks like a living being, like the Terminator that I created. She's talking. They made her a citizen, and they give her money and all that. Mm-hmm. Now, you see, they got ones that look like dogs, and they got ones that do packing. They got the drones and the clones, like I talked about, the drone cars, the drones flying machines and everything.
Y'all got to understand. The AI is Satan creation in his image. Just like the Most High made us in his image. Satan has to make a synthetic version. Why? Because he's aspiring to be the Most High. His mission statement was, excuse me, that he will ascend into the clouds and be like the Most High. So he's a copycat. He's mimicking what the Most High does. But in order to do so, he needs to be able to cast his jinns and his demons into some type of flesh, right? Yes, they can deal with people. Demons can definitely inhabit people. But Satan needs a tool that's external from people so it can destroy people. You understand? He needs something that he can destroy faster, physically destroy. Meaning, hey, that computer can just switch out you in one of those rides, them Ubers, them lifts, and all of a sudden it's driving you off a cliff. Why? Because it's his technology. It's his, his disembodied spirits. People going to be having these Tesla robots in their home as a social status. Them joints is fitting to flip out. They showed you in the movies. They showed you in iRobot. They showed you in the new Cassandra Netflix show. They show you time and time again what they're going to do. And look, it ain't nothing to be afraid of if you in truth, because you're not going to participate in dealing with those things. Don't bring those things in your house no matter what. 10, 20 years from now, I hope my words rang true. That you keep in mind not to bring that in your home. Yes, Revelations 13 and 16 says that everyone will be forced to receive a mark on their forehead. Well, it doesn't say they're forced. It doesn't say they're forced. I don't know what translation that is, but it says he will cause. It says he will cause those to receive a mark on their right hand or forehead, not force. The word force is not used. Look, they can't force you to get the mark of the beast. You have a choice, meaning there's going to be ultimatums. Most people are going to get the mark of the beast willingly. Most people are going to get it willingly. Why? Because they're going to be able to do everything through that chip. They'll be able to lift their hand up and see a phone screen without an actual device. Everything will be holographic at some point. It'll be all holograms. Imagine somebody typing on their phone in thin air because they got something implanted in their head, and there's a chip there where they can look and see everything that a phone would have, and they can call people, and it's like they're calling people, and they got the built-in speaker, everything. They can hear everything, do V2K, voice to skull. That's how it's going to be. Telling you, we just at the beginning of this. Let's go.
And look at the airplanes now. They're nothing but drones. They can actually fly themselves. They can land.
See, she bringing out exactly what I'm talking about. What I've been saying, right? When was this done? This was 6 days ago. I'm just seeing this interview. I was just talking about how these planes are self-autonomous. They're artificial intelligence. Some of the planes that you see crashing, nobody's in those planes. And a whole lot of y'all sent me footage too, man. I got that footage y'all sent me of the plane flipped upside down in Canada, and people are evacuating the plane. Look, it looked like something straight off a movie, bro. It looks staged. Those people they literally look like hired actors. Like they just set up a scene and they just got off there. A plane landed upside down. Nobody lost their lives. They claim 8 people was injured, but that 8 was part of the numerology. That's all it was. And it just, it is what it is. This stuff is staged. And I already talked about the agenda behind weaponizing planes, sending them to the ground. Nobody's in those planes a lot of the times. It's theater. They want people to be afraid to travel. And it's a lot going on, right? But anyway, nonetheless, let's continue.
Land themselves. This is the tip of the iceberg. Now, when I went deeper, I said they were going to make these test tube babies, petri dish babies, artificial inseminated babies, gender benders, gender manipulated babies.
Yes, they're going to have whole facilities where robots are going to be birthing children. Yes, that's right. Robots will be birthing children. They will have little robot babies. Transhumanism will be very, very real in the near future. I'm talking about to the point where it's like, you're going to look, mankind is going to be divided into two different entities, two different species. You're going to have half-bred children that got wires connected in them. It's literally going to break down like that. Why? They merged with the serpent seed. This stuff is very real. Anyway, let's continue.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Clones and drones. But look at the clones. They're nothing but machines, but they look just like us.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator. They look just like us.
This is a fact. Them clones are machines. Them clones are machines. Satan is making a version of himself. Let's go.
Operated by a spirit, but don't have a seed or soul.
Wow. Operated by a spirit, but don't have a seed or a soul. What spirit y'all think they operating under?
See what I'm talking about? Clones and drones. But look at the clones. They're nothing but machines, but they look just like us. Terminator.
Yo, let me say this, y'all. Everybody that walk among you are not regular human beings. They're just not. There are different entities that walk among us that look like us. There's reptilian shapeshifters that walk around. There is actual humanoid robots. And I'm talking about they look real. In fact, they are real. They are real, meaning physically they're real. They can think, they can walk, they can talk, they can crack jokes. They can look. Man, I know some of y'all like, yo, Bree, you going way, you know what I'm saying? You're going way down the rabbit hole. No. I'm talking about they're very real, but there's no soul in them. They don't have no souls. They don't have no souls. They have a spirit controlling them. Now, how many of y'all know the difference between a soul and a spirit? They have a spirit, but they don't have souls. A soul is something that is given unto you by the Most High. It belongs to him. A soul is something that lives internal. Spirits can come in all forms and fashions. There are all kinds of spirits around us all the time. But an actual soul, see, spirits are electro fields, pretty much. You know, spirits are electricity, really. When you really, like, if there's a spirit in the room, the hairs on your neck may stand up. You may get the chill bumps. Why? Because that spirit carries a lot of electricity. A spirit can actually be spotted. A spirit can be captured. A spirit can be transferred into another entity. A spirit is something different than an actual soul. Now, I want y'all to understand that. So these entities that walk among us are soulless. Soulless. Anyway, let's continue.
They look just like us. Operated by a spirit, but don't have a seed or soul. The soul is a seed. God's children are three-dimensional beings. What is the 3D? Blood, water, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the period of a woman. Blood, water, spirit. Now, the physical body, 9 months or 36 weeks, transportation, physical body. third body, the seed or the soul that attaches to this body at the 12th week. So if you have an abortion at the 12th week, you're killing a living soul.
Mm-hmm.
All doctors know this, but you don't know this. Now, look, if you have an abortion from 1 to 11th month, you're bringing down the period. That's why they give you a pill. That's why they do. It's nothing but blood, water, and spirit. You can't kill a spirit. Do you see what I'm talking about?
For sure.
So all you're going to do is bring down the blood and the water. Look, blood, water, and spirit, that's what's inside the womb until the soul attaches at 12 weeks. Nobody teaches you that because they want to keep you in ignorance. They keep you in ignorance. They keep you fighting and arguing and all this.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You need to learn. You need.
So, basically what she's saying is these entities are going to be destructive towards mankind. Why? Because Satan has to destroy mankind. He can't, but he's going to try. And it will backfire because the Most High has control of it all. Ecclesiastes 1:9 says, that thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun, brothers and sisters. So although these people got plans, they've already done these plans before, and they failed. The Most High knocked down the Tower of Babel. Now, the 2/3 and people who want to be ignorant to the truth and stay in darkness, it is what it is. Whatever's going to take place is going to take place. People who are going to give themselves over to the AI, they're not going to make it. Now, I didn't want to stream live very long, brothers and sisters. Now, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for joining this broadcast, and we got more material coming. We got more coming, man. I've been working on so much music, y'all. I've been going in, and y'all know it's a lot of hard work doing that. And I got much more to come. Let's see. Let me read Geraldo's super chat says, real talk, how does someone come up with a movie like The Matrix, Terminator? Did they really dumb most down to the point of taking creativity away? Right. That's real talk. And, she put out a lot of truth in those movies. And it's going to come to fruition. But anyway, peace and blessings to y'all. Thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed afternoon. Stay safe out here. Shalom. Peace.